Good morning. I got a fun Photoshop watercolor painting effect tutorial for you today. I'm going to open up my internet. As I mentioned, we're going to use an image from online today to complete this assignment. I'm going to search in Google, and you can choose any image that you'd like. It should be a landscape image. I'm going to choose to do a tropical beach. The example given on the written tutorial, just something a little different, is a flower field. Looks like a tulip field in the Netherlands, which is kind of neat. You'll notice that as I do an image search, I typed in, I'm going to look for a tropical beach under images. I want it to be a photograph. Again, this is just a way to make sure that you're selecting the right one. I'm going to find a picture that I like the look of, something that I feel would look good with a watercolor painting effect. So this one looks good to me. I'm going to click Save As. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to actually leave it just as it is. I'm just going to get rid of those numbers at the beginning. Tropical Beach Wallpaper. So I'm going to hit Save. And now, once I've saved it, I can close my internet and I'm going to open up Adobe Photoshop. So again, a reminder, you can use the written tutorial posted, or you can watch this video for step-by-step instructions. So I'm going to go to File Open to get started. I remember that it was called Tropical Beach Wallpaper. There it is. And I've opened my document. I'm going to make sure that I've got my selection tool, my move tool up here at the top left, selected. And I can see here's my image over here. I need the first step is that I'm going to duplicate my background layer 3 times. So to do that, right, all I have to do is hit Control J. Right? The other option I have is I can duplicate layer. Okay? But if I hold down Control and press J once, twice, 3 times, and I'll have all of the layers that I need. It says to first turn off the top 2 layers. So I'm going to hide by clicking on the visibility or like the little eyeball. I'm going to hide those layers so I cannot see them. And this is where you got to be careful. You need to make sure that you're always working with the correct layer. So I selected layer 1, and the first thing that I'm going to do with layer 1 is I'm going to apply a filter. So I'm going to go to my filter tab at the top. I'm going to go down to my filter gallery. I'm going to use my first folder, which is artistic, and it tells me to choose the cutout option. When I click cutout, it also tells me in the cutout filters dialog box what numbers to set it to. Now you could set it to anything and play around with different options. In this case, we're going to use something specific so you can get a good feel for this. So number of levels 4, edge of simplicity 4, and edge fidelity 2. So mine are all set correctly already. You might have to make some changes. Hit OK. And there's what our new image looks like. So you can already see that there's some changes. I'm also going to go ahead right here, okay, and I'm going to change the normal blend mode to luminosity. It's always going to be set to normal, but you always have the opportunity to change the blend mode. So again, I'm going to change it to luminosity. You can see some detail and light appear here. Okay, and we're done with that first layer. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make the next layer, layer 1 copy visible. Okay, and I really want to make sure that we understand that turning a layer back on doesn't actually select the layer. Okay, so we need to have this selected as well. You can click anywhere else on the layer, alright, so that we have layer 1 copy is highlighted. For this one, we're going to apply another filter. So this one, we're going to go back to filter, open our filter gallery. It's also going to be under the artistic folder, okay, and we're going to choose the dry brush filter dialog, the dry brush filter, okay. When the dialog box opens, we're going to reset each of these numbers. Now yours will probably not be set correctly, but I've done this before, so mine is. So again, my brush size should be set to 10, brush detail 10, and texture 3. Okay, I'm going to hit OK, and you can see again like I've made some significant changes in my image. Now for this, we're also going to change our blend mode from normal, okay, and this time we're going to change it to screen. So I'm going to search for screen, which is going to be right here. I'm going to click on that, and you can see again, I really brighten up that image. So your image should be looking something like this now. It doesn't matter if it's tulips or if it's a mountain scene or a palm tree, whatever it is. Okay, let's turn on our top layer, layer 1, copy 2, right? And let's make sure we remember that it doesn't select it just by turning it on. So I need to select that layer 1, copy 2, so that it's highlighted. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply the median filter. So I'm going to go to filter. This one, I actually don't need to go back to my filter gallery because the noise, I'm going to choose noise, which is right here on my drop down menu, and then choose the median filter. That's going to pull a pop-up window up, and it's going to remove even more detail from the image. Okay? The nice thing about this is it actually removes detail from the image without blurring the image, so the edges will still be well defined. Okay? I'm going to set my radius here to 12 pixels, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to hit OK. And for this one, I need to change my blend mode again because you can see it actually does look a bit blurry, so we're going to just change the blend mode to soft light. Okay. So now we're able to see, like, this is our new image, and then for comparison, if I want, I can actually unhighlight each of these layers, and here's my original. Okay, so you can see that each of these 3 layers is working together, right, to create that watercolor painting effect on my original image. A reminder that when you save this, right, you'll post both your new image and your original image to your blog so that I can see the changes that you were able to make. Thanks, I hope you enjoyed that. Really easy, pretty fast, and gives you lots of potential for the images that you're taking yourself.